Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Daily Zamboni Talk. As always, before we get started, I'd like to thank you all so much for joining me today. And if you haven't yet, I'd appreciate it if you could like and subscribe, please. And as always, if you have any comments in the Discord down below, I'd love to hear your opinion, whether you agree or not, or just really anything that's on your mind. So, in today's video, the topic we are going to discuss is one that those with the loudest bark are the ones that are heard the most and make the most noise, right? And of course, this may seem obvious. You might be listening to this and say, "What? Like, what is that supposed to mean, right?" And I made this topic because I see so many topics online or in life in general, and I hear once I hear a topic come up, I start to hear it more and more as well. And really, that's a telltale sign of how human nature works, is that those people that have the most issues with something are the ones that usually speak up the most. Because if you think about it in your life, how many times do you have you had a good experience with something, but you don't go on and publicize all about it and talk about it, and you don't go on and on about it, or you know because we have a negativity bias that as soon as things bother us, we like to look at the negative, and we like to talk very loud about it and almost get into tribes about it. That is really what we enjoy doing. And we have to be aware of this in life, because this can actually stop a lot of really good opportunities, because you're listening to that minority that is speaking so loud about things, right? So, for example, like, I'm a very big investor into the markets, the stock markets, and just in general, financials. I follow the financial markets very closely, and it's hilarious because the way those markets work is a lot like a metaphor for real life. A lot of people follow each other around, right? And what I mean by that is, as soon as somebody talks loud that, hey, there's going to be a recession, hey, the market's going to be bad this year, this is going to happen, that's going to happen, this person in power is bad for everybody, whatever the case may be, everybody just joins on that bandwagon and starts to talk about it. And they start to talk very loud about it, and it starts to become the topic of discussion with everybody, and it starts to change people's mind. And I've noticed this in my life very, very prominently. And I think this is a very big flaw that us in humans have, and it stops us from progressing. It really does. Because it is so hard in today's world with all the social media, all that goes on, all the algorithms, how everything is planned, how all information is fed to you, to be able to formulate your own opinion. That is so incredibly difficult, and it is so necessary to be able to be successful in this life. And that's what I've noticed from what I've done in my life. I've done a lot of things that a lot of people have said were not possible, because that was put in their mind that they were not possible to start with. So how would anybody expect to do anything that is not possible, that they perceive to be not possible? It's absolutely impossible. It's just not going to happen, right? So I like to use those people as motivation, because people tell me that I can't do certain things, or that things haven't been done before. Well, I don't care. That doesn't matter to me. If I can set the standard that that's going to be done, and I can formulate a plan, an actionable, logical plan to get there, then I don't see why not. Why can't we achieve certain things? Why can't we do certain things? Why can't we go against the grain? For example, just in the financial markets in general, I put so much money in 2022 when everybody was screaming that the world is going down, this, recession that, and I knew that I saw what was going on in the actual economy, not what was going on online. And I saw that everyone was very behind on that what they were screaming about had already happened. They were too late to it. They were much too late, right? And then I also hear constantly about the country that I live in, Canada, how hard it is to do anything. It's impossible to do this. It's impossible to afford that. You can't make a lot of money here. You just pay a bunch of taxes. Well, guess what? There are people here that are thriving and they find a way to do it. And as much as we complain about how bad life is here, there is so many people, millions of people around the world that would literally die or die to try to get to the place that we're in, where it's a safe place,